Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I look at this body, I look at this room in the people's house. It was designed for even more people than we have in here now, at a time when there were fewer people in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania than we have now. Our founders wanted us to have that intimate, personal contact with our constituents. That is why this is such a large body. We have a large state. We have more miles of highway in Pennsylvania than I think any other state in the United States. Think about that for a minute. My district right now is 900 square miles. I have 9 children in 9 different school districts, 55 municipal governments. A woman that was on one of the school boards tried to actually challenge me on my stance on this at the beginning of the school board meeting. The school board president cut her off. And then at the end of the meeting, I'd come and I'd do what I do when I go to municipal government meetings. I sit through the whole thing. She was praising me for having sat through the whole meeting, left myself available for questions and answers. I said, you just made my point. It's that intimate one-on-one, or even within a group setting, the ability of people to talk back and forth. You look at what is happening on social media. People say, oh, you can use texts and emails. The misunderstandings that happen every single day just within family groups with Facebook posts or text messages. The context, the expressions that people have when they're trying to communicate a point, that does not come through on text messages. It does not come through on emails. It does not come through on social media. A lot of misunderstanding happens with just text messages and emails. We were meant in this body to be the people's house. We were meant in this body to be the body that has that intimate, personal relationship with the people we represent. When they are trying to communicate that information back to us, it's not as effective. You don't get the depth of what your constituents are feeling in a text message. You don't get the pain in a mother's eyes that you in a text message. How are we going to be responsive to the real needs? How are we going to sense what can't be expressed in a text message or a voicemail? Look at what's happened here over the last year. When we uncovered 218 special funds, there were a lot of people knew about a lot of the special funds, but 218, nobody knew about those in this house. And now we've just discovered 2. One the governor just created, and another one that even the appropriations team wasn't aware of. That's more special funds than there are members in this house. When I first ran, I was telling people, I know I'm going down there trying to eat an elephant a bite at a time. Now I go back and I tell them it's more like a pod of blue whales. We're uncovering stuff every single day, and what we need is for this body to start taking on the executive branch's fraud, waste, and abuse that goes back over not just this administration, but far back even to when I first started working in state government. But it's going to take a team of us. It's going to take us all working together. It's going to take us actually being in communication with our constituents. I have people in departments that come to me and tell me stuff that I have to keep their information private because of the repercussions, because we don't use the subpoena power. There is no protection for our civil servants that want to do the right thing. This body, the thing that will change state government, the things that will get every dollar that we take from somebody into the hands of somebody that actually needs it, has to occur by us as individuals, being out there, working with our constituents, hearing their stories, and coming back here and working together and holding the executive accountable as we are supposed to be doing as a system of checks and balances that is a representative republic. This bill will further isolate every single person that sits in this room from their constituents. This room was built for more than 203 people at a time when there were less than 12 million people. It was designed that way on purpose. We need to honor that. The people who did that had good reason for doing it, and those reasons are still valid today. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.